Today's saga is on entropy. Entropy is one of the most fickle concepts to get a grasp on. This is because everyone has their own scale and way of interpreting it. There are also different types of entropy, of which are only somewhat related and compatible once you look behind the curtain. Ludwig Boltzmann would define it as the number of macroscopic states to which a particle is capable of complying. Shannon of Bell Labs employs a more microscopic perspective for his Shannon entropy, defining it as the amount of storage required to remember a variable. However, there are some types of systems where entropy does not change. These are called reversible systems. Some systems can be reformed back into their old shape. If it's very practical to reverse the macroscopic structure, we call that plasticity. Plasticity is the ability for an object to be easily molded and shaped. Some materials can even be designed to automatically return to their previous state within practicality. A piece of glass is rigid and will snap if you bend it, or throw a rock at it. According to the second law of thermodynamics, entropy always stays the same in a reversible system. If time is reversible, then entropy is not changing. But it does increase for an irreversible system, and makes the information coming out more scrambled. Black holes are of the fastest information scramblers, as is the shaking hands model. This model is also known as a contagion model. A virus is an example of a gross macroscopic structural configuration. Think of a Busby Berkeley film in which the motion of the dancers is configured by Busby Berkeley himself. An egg is also a structure with a gross macroscopic configuration. A scrambled egg is said to have a higher entropy than an intact one. Penrose calls this unmanifested disorder. Entropy requires manifestation. Low entropy systems have what's called a more manifested specially ordered state. A cup of hot coffee is a structure with a gross macroscopic configuration. If you spill your cup of hot coffee, then the molecules of that coffee spreading out is the effect. This is coordinated particle motion of the coffee, and it does not necessarily have low entropy. It does have a high unmanifest order. Let's say we, hypothetically, smash the cup. The resulting shards will be so perfectly shattered that it'd be entirely impractical to reverse the system. You would have to reverse time itself to put your cup back together. This is called non-manifest order. There is still order in that all the shards of the cup shattered in reference to one another. This is kind of like encrypting the information, and the only way to decrypt this information is to reverse time itself. An uncooked egg has an unmanifested disorder. High entropy, a scrambled egg, has just as much non-manifest special order as a low entropy intact egg. However, it is non-manifest. A problem occurs when you write an actor into the system. Manifestation can occur at a different time when measured differently. An observer who is placed far enough on an interstellar scale from the structure will have to start dealing with the consequences of time dilation. This means that entropy can be relative to how it is measured. If the system is reversible, then entropy is not changing. Practical reversibility explores whether and how much a system can be reversed with the available resources to do so. A limited observer with a lack of resources might claim a reversible system has entropy from their point of view. After all, the limited observer cannot practically perform the work required to reverse a system. Practical reversibility is relative to the observer's perspective and their ability to reverse the system. The less resources you have, the more entropy you measure. The less money you have, the riskier your bets are.